So not totally, because X announced a few weeks ago that they were going to be shifting harder into specialized training, right? And this is actually what I've been talking about on my channel for a long time. We're seeing the hype go away, so people are going to start niching down. That's what happens when you see a technology start to lose its buzz, right? It was AGI, one thing for everything, right? And that's going away. And what we're seeing is a specialization, right? People are starting to niche down. They're starting to niche down into a specific category. So XAI announced a couple weeks ago that they're going to be specialized into medical, specializing into tech, specializing into a handful of things. So the 500 trainers that they let go were ones who were generalists. They were people who were generalists across the whole board. And instead, they've hired that like 200 people into spaces that are specific, into medical, into tech, into coding, into these things. So we even talked today about the specialization of Grok into coding. This is part of that niche down on things. So this is what we're seeing from the market. And it goes to what we've actually talked about on each of the subjects already this morning. So XAI is just changing a strategy here and niching down on these topics. The layoff was actually just to get rid of those 500 because there was nothing they could do with those. It's not like they could reallocate them. They needed people specialized in a category.
Yeah. So according to this article on TechCrunch, this was part of the team that works to label and prepare data used to train XAI's chatbot Grok. So is the data labeling just getting good enough on its own, or is this just becoming something that's like, hey, this is already an encyclopedia, like we can't train it much more? Is that kind of what, like, we've hit kind of chatbot training max?
Generalists. These were generalists, right? So they were the generous labelings. They need people who can specialize, and that's the difference. Is they need people who niche down into a specific category.
So give me a specific example.
So a specific example is if a chat comes through and they're trying to look and they're trying to evaluate it, they want somebody who's like a PhD in language theory, or they want somebody who is a trained medical doctor, right? Who can then go in and say, oh yeah, that is correct on these different categories, versus just an average Joe who's off the street and be like, hey, yeah, this is just me because I'm a human, right?
Got it.
So they're moving away from generalized.
The sky is blue to what do I do on this surgery? You take this ligament type of deal.
Exactly. And so they announced 2 weeks ago that they were specializing down. They're niching down. And this is what we've been talking about here on these podcasts for a few weeks. So as always, make sure you like and subscribe. But this is this specialized down, and it's exactly the point. We're seeing people niche down. They're trying to go after corporate. They're trying to go after specialized use cases.
Yeah. And I mean, that's exactly, that's what it's confirming, is that XAI is declaring that the company will immediately surge our specialist AI tutor team by 10x. Exactly. We are hiring across domains like STEM, finance, medicine, safety, and many more. So
exactly. That's it. And so the headline is layoff, layoff, layoff. No, it's actually a shift in approach, right? And Musk is talking about this, where he wants a rocket scientist to be able to talk about rockets, not just somebody who can look up and go, yep, the rocket launched. If you like this clip, make sure you check out the full Startup Hack Live video here, because we've got lots more for you today.